do all the things that make me sick. When I see them on my TV sets, when I see them on my TV sets, when I see them on my TV sets, my TV set, my TV set.
Tonight on Mark TV, we check out booking a holiday on the internet. Whilst booking online is easy, one of the many pitfalls is failing to read the small print. After booking a rather cheap holiday to Florida, I discovered what I'd actually bought was a holiday to St Petersburg in Europe rather than the USA. So where is this new destination? Northern Europe is full of historical places rather than sunny beaches. I've no problem with that, but what's the food going to be like? Luckily, it would appear, in St Petersburg, there's everyone's favourite restaurant. We have McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and everybody's favourite, the KFC. The other main problem is, would I be able to understand the language?
TV set, my TV set.
Before the October Revolution of 1917, St Petersburg was home to around 200 palaces. However, there is very little point in visiting any of the summer palaces, as they were all seriously damaged by the Germans in 1944. Located just 25 kilometres south of the city, the magnificent blue, white and gold Catherine Palace houses beautiful Baroque interiors, including a luxurious grand hall and a long gold mirrored ballroom. The Catherine Palace also boasted a unique amber room, whose priceless amber panels were stolen by German troops during World War II. Only to be stolen by the Americans, the panels are now believed to be hidden in Fort Knox.
TV set, my TV set.
Statues of Russian leaders, heroes, artists and writers can be found dotted around St Petersburg. This monument is dedicated to those who gave their lives in the Second World War. The ordinary workers and soldiers are shown as the true heroes of the day. If a popular or famous person dies, local tributes appear at parks and gardens where photos and flowers are left by ordinary people. While statues of Lennon are commonplace, perhaps due to his treatment of Heather Mills, statues of McCartney are non-existent.
TV set, my TV set.
The Russians claim the Aurora is the most powerful battleship ever built. One shot from the Aurora brought an entire nation to its knees. During the October Revolution of 1917, it gave the signal to storm the Winter Palace, which was being used as a residence by the provincial government. The Aurora is still in use as a training ship by the Russian Navy, so naturally visitors, and especially foreigners, are not allowed to visit this cruiser. Disguised as an old sailing ship, this 2-year-old vessel appears to contain a large collection of electronic equipment. We were not even allowed to photograph the outside of this famous submarine, at one time home to 53 submariners. Access for disabled visitors is somewhat limited, as was the cooking and toilet facilities.
TV set, my TV set.
All the churches were closed in the 30s, when the Bolsheviks went on an offensive against religion. So thankfully, there's no boring cathedrals to visit. All emperors from Peter the Great to Alexander III are buried in the impressive Peter and Paul Cathedral, built on reclaimed lands along the River Neva. For those of you looking for a typical Russian Orthodox church, a visit to the Church of Our Saviour on the Spilled Blood is in order. This former theatre storeroom was built on the spot where Emperor Alexander II was assassinated in 1881. The church was under restoration for over 30 years and was finally reopened in 1997 in all its former dazzling glory.
TV set, my TV set.
It's easy to see the impact the West has had. From Coca-Cola to the beef burger, brand names are as important here as they are at home. Are we likely to see East European food and drink at Tesco Express? I think it's unlikely that we will see caviar or beef stroganoff in the chiller cabinet, or Russian vodka in the drinks section. Maybe Waitrose is your best bet. One of the newest exports from Russia is the mail-order bride. Think of a Russian girl and think of a butch Olympic shot putter. But think again of the gymnast or the ballet dancer. Perhaps the question should be, how do I talk a girl from the Venice of the North into moving to a tiny fishing village?
TV set, my TV